Hi, good day. So, welcome to my channel. In this channel, I want to share with you guys what I have been done, and then I make this video is to complete my assignment for classroom interactions. So, before I start the critical, I want to introduce myself first as the introductions. So, my name is Desi Ramadhany. So my academic number is 16120012, and then I am a student in Nomensen of HKBP Nomensen University, and then my major is my faculty basically is faculty of teacher training and educations English department, and then I'm going to do a critical journal review that I have been found and then I have been read. So the title of the journal that I want to critical is Improving Students' Speaking Ability Through Short Drama. And then this journal is made by 3 persons. So the first person is Ripka Yuniwati, and the second is Bambang Wijaya, and the third is Eni Rosnija. So the writers are located in Pontianak, and then they are students and they have been graduated from English Department Study Program FKIP Untan. And then I think that's all for the introduction. So yeah, I will get started. So there is a 4th part. So I already do the first part, which is introduction. So we will go into the second part, which is the content. So in the content, I have been divided into 3 parts. So the first part is for chapter 1, and then the second is for chapter 2, and then for the third part is chapter 3. So for the first chapter, I divided again into 3 parts. So the first is background, the second is limitations. The second is purpose of the research, and the third is limitations. So for the background, basically in chapter 1 there's a background. Background is the reason. The right of the writers, or the written of the writers, that they are written, why they choose this topic as the topic of their journal. The topic of their research. So the writer writes this research is according to what they have been observing. So they already observing, and they found so many difficulties on the students when they are speaking in class activities. And then for the purpose is the second part. So the purpose of this research is to increase the students' self-confidence to speak up. So when students have time to speak, they need to speak, not to be silent, not to be a silent reader or not to be a silent listener. So they need to be more active. And then we're going to the third part, which is limitations. So the limitation of the research is they are used classroom action research, and then they are doing short drama for the research. And then we're going to the second part, which is chapter 2. So in chapter 2, which is basically in chapter 2 is write about the definitions about the key terms. So in this journal, in this research, the key terms, they are 4. So the first key terms is speaking definition. So the second is drama definition. The third is short drama definitions, and the fourth is, because this research is used classroom action research method, so also there are classroom action research definitions. And then we going to the chapter 3, which is the main part before the research finding. So in chapter 3, the writer the writers use classroom action research as the research designed, and to collecting the data, they are use tape recorder. And we going to the the third part. Yeah, basically it's the third part. So it is strengthness and the weakness. So for the strengthness and the weakness, so the first strengthness is the language that is used in this journal is easier to understand. So we, as not a native language for English, it's easier to understand what the research mean. So we don't need any dictionary basically. And then the second is the structure of the journal. The structure of the research. Yeah, the journal is on listing. So the first is abstract, and then abstract background, and then purpose, and then etc., and then review of literature, and then research methodology and research finding, and then conclusion, suggestion, and reference. That's on listing. And then the third is the writers also showing the steps by steps of using classroom instruction is more clearly. They are not skip on the research. So it is helpful for us to use classroom action research as the reference. And then the second is weakness. So the weakness of the research on the journal is there is two. So the first is there is no location on research methodology in chapter 3. So basically location is the main part, but maybe they skip the location parts. And then the second is there is no example of free context in this journal, because in this journal use free context as the media to test the students, but they did not write the free context. And then as the last part, which is the closing statement. So this journal is suitable for us as a teacher wannabe, as a teacher in the future, because as we can see in the suggestion, the writer already written this way. This technique is really good for the students, for the teacher to change how the way they teach. So I think this way is more creative, more active, so more interesting for the students to learn more about English. And then they will be able to have a self-confidence to speaking in the class activities. So I think that's all for this video. I think that's all for this critical journal review. So I hope you like it, and if you like to help me, to support me to this assignment, you can click like below and then click subscribe and comment on the comment sections. And then if you want me to give you about detail about the journal, you can contact me and below, and then I will give you the material that I used in this video. So maybe that's all for the video. Hope you like it, and thank you for your attention. Bye.